Good morning everyone and welcome to the Lunchalot Gaming channel. I'm your host Lunchalot and we're here today playing Survival Evolved. Not Evolve, Survived. Anyway, this is episode 3 of our Genesis series. Last episode we tamed up some raptors, built a house, got a couple of moss shops, and we started our graveyard for those who have unfortunately left us a bit too early. So, exciting news. I have bought some obsidian from HLNA, built scissors and a cooking pot, and given myself a new hairdo and a dye job, which I am very excited about. Today I'm running very low on hide, so I'm going to have to go get some of that in a bit. I don't particularly want to risk this raptor here, because he's my only decent raptor at the moment. This one, not so much. But fortunately, we have a male and a female, so what I'm going to do, just for the first bit of the episode, is breed up probably about 3 raptors. Doesn't really matter what their level or stats are, I'm not too fussed about it, and I'm almost certainly not going to get 100% imprint on them, but I'll try to get it as high as I possibly can. And then we're going to go on a bit of a hunting spree, get some hide, find some crystal, make a spyglass because I desperately need one of those. And then after that we're going to go on a bit of a taming spree around the bog and tame as many bog creatures as we can. My next engram level I'm going to get blood extraction syringe, and we're going to make as many blood packs as we can because we're going to try and get today, we've got quite a long list. I want at least a high level breeding pair of raptors, high level breeding pair of Beezle Bufo, a couple of iguanodons, and if possible, if we've got time, we'll do a Bloodstalker as well. If not, that might wait till next episode. So I'll get on with this, and you guys, we'll come back once we've got some raptors all bred up. Okay, so we've got 3 raptor eggs here, and it's just become cold enough for them to hatch up. It was a bit too warm at the moment, so we're going to actually do this in our house. Drop them out here, and we do have boosted hatching rates and breeding rates on this server, so I say server, my local game, so this shouldn't take very long at all, and I'll bring you back as soon as they're all hatched up and we'll take a look at what we got. Okay, so these eggs are about to hatch in just a couple of seconds and we'll see what we get. So we've got a 173 female, that's significantly better than our current female. So that's got most of the good stats from its father. So what I'm going to do with that one is replace that as the primary breeder, a 156 female and 173 male. Okay, so these all came out really well, quite pleased with this. I'm just going to raise them up, and once I've got them raised and imprinted as far as we can, I've got cryopods on me, so we're probably going to use the cryopod trick to boost our imprint rate as much as possible. We'll cut back and we'll check how they came out overall. Really cool colours. Stay away from my babies. Stay away. Stay away. We will not have bugs killing the children. Okay, so we've had a little bit of an accident. I say accident, I basically just forgot how much these things eat, and one of them has unfortunately starved to death, but we've still got 2 left. I managed to buy some emergency meat from HLNA, so that throws our plans somewhat into disarray. This one's been really accommodating with the imprinting, so what I'm going to do once they're bred up is put that saddle on this dino and take the female and the male down into the swamp. We'll try to kill as many like Phiomias, Dillos and Parasaurs as we can. Come back laden with me, and then we're going to breed up another few from this one, which is the level 173 female and the level 192 male. Yes, it's her dad, but this is Ark and Pixels don't care, so we're going to get all bog-like up in here. Right, so my raptors are all raised up. I actually managed to get 100% imprint on this guy. He was really accommodating, only wanting walks, medjo berries and cuddles. So yeah, so that's all great. His stats turned out meh, but he's got the low health from his mom, so he's always going to be sort of like saddled with that. This one turned out pretty much as expected. She's almost entirely like her dad. I have just found a very cool looking cave just up there. I don't have any way to get up there at the moment. I don't have any climbing picks or grappling hooks, and I'm not too sure if there is another entrance or where it is, but I am marking this location because that will make a phenomenally cool base later on. Ooh, crystal. Finally found a bit. This is really far away from my base though, so I'm almost certainly gonna have to find a bit closer. Spyglass. There we go. Right. So we're going to have to go back to base anyway because I've forgotten my tranks. So I'm going to have to go and grab those. And I need to find out where my base is in order to do that. Wish me luck. Okay, so we found a level 150 iguanodon. There is, however, a Carno rampaging around the area. So it's already pretty wounded. I'm just going to go take this out. Right, that's a lot of dead things. Right, so that, oh, you've got nice colours. That iguanodon's pretty badly damaged. I'm just going to follow it until it stops running, but it's going to be a little while before I'm going to want to attack it, just because I don't think it has enough health left to sustain me shooting it. It's really bloody, so we'll wait. Right, there's also a 135 iguanodon wandering around here. Here he is. So I'm just going to wait until he's no longer mate boosted, i.e. he wanders out of range, and then I'm going to try and get him in this trap over here, sort of as a preparation for the main event. Oops. Okay, so he's not in the trap. See if I can kite him around a bit. Whether he just wants to destroy my wooden stuff. There we go. Right. Okay. That's one iguanodon down, level 135 male, which is nice. We're probably going to need quite a few medjos to get these guys tamed up, so I'm going to be collecting some around here. Right, I've got a Daedon here, which is way too close for comfort to the Taming. It's apparently a really high level because it's taking my raptors forever. There we go. Okay, good job guys. Okay, that should be enough. So I was lucky, I was just about to put one last bolt in there. Okay, so we've got medjos on both the iguanodons now, and that should get them all tamed up. And I'll come back once we've got some awake iguanodons. So we got this guy tamed up. I built saddles while I was waiting, and come on. Can you get out of that? Okay. So yeah, I built some saddles while I was waiting for the tames. For those of you who don't know, or haven't played Ark, or haven't tamed an Iguanodon, they're actually really quite good general purpose mounts. They don't do vast amounts of damage. Let me show you. Let's get the raptors on as well. So they don't do vast amounts of damage. They do about 75 damage, just tame from standard. So yeah, so they did about, that one did about 70 damage, and this is a pretty standard high level Iguanodon. They'll do about 70-ish. But one of the more important things they can do, they've got two modes. So you see I'm standing here with my hands up, and I can attack. Whoa, don't want to attack the Bronto. I can attack. If I right click, it goes into a sprinting mode and goes significantly faster, but has to go back to its normal mode in order to attack. They're also pretty good swimmers, and they've got a decent weight rating. So all in all, they're pretty good mid-range starter mounts. They're nothing to particularly write home about. This one's got particularly cool colours. But one of these in conjunction with a pack of raptors, and you'll be able to deal with, I think, generally I can deal with anything short of a Rex or a UT, which is pretty meaty, to be honest, or an entire pack of direwolves, because there's just no dealing with that kind of madness. Okay, this Iguanodon's about to tame up. We just had to deal with the only insect swarm we've actually had to deal with since we've been here, which is very nice. Let's demolish this and this, and let's put the saddle on you, and we'll just have a quick run and grab you some berries, just so you don't starve. Right, so stats came out really well. These are very nice stats, the health especially. So yeah, that's a very good Iguanodon. What we're going to do, we're going to keep these as a breeding pair, and we're going to go drop them back off at base now. We will probably breed up, if we're able to, a baby Iguanodon, and we'll raise that, and we'll use that in conjunction with the raptors while we're doing the rest of this episode. So back to base. Yeah, so in order to get it bred up, I've come over to the ocean biome where it's a bit cooler. Hopefully it won't go too cold, we'll see. I've used my Iguanodon to clear a little patch of vegetation here, so I won't actually lose sight of this thing once it's hatched. So I'll bring you back once we've got a baby. Okay, we have a baby Iguanodon, and he is kind of adorable. I can access his inventory, that'd be great. Not too sure what his favourite type of berry is. Okay, it's female, level 207, which is the upper end, which means it's got some of the decent stats. Okay, so I'm going to try and imprint this thing as fully as I can, and then I'll come back to you once I've got it all grown up. This is a pretty sunrise. You always get the best sunrises in the ocean biome. I do love beautiful games.
Ready and waiting.
Okay, so Iguanodon is all grown up now. She came out really pretty, actually. She's got her dad's colouring in sort of like the brick over her general body and the blue underside. But she's got her mum's colouring in those green marks on her back and the orange spots she's got, and if I can get her to look down at me, yeah, those orange marks on her face as well. So she's a really nice mix of both parents, which I personally think is quite pretty. So we're going to put the saddle on her, because we're going to be riding her when we get back to the swamp. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention about the Iguanodons. I did talk about their sprint mode earlier, but while they're in their sprint mode, they don't actually consume stamina, which means you only really have to worry about weight and movement speed on them. if you're looking to level 1 as sort of like a cross-country sprinter type mount. Right, so we're back at base now. I've been making blood packs as we've been going along, and I still don't have enough, even remotely, to go look at taming a Bloodstalker at the moment. So what we're going to do now is head out and get some Beezle Bufos, or Beezle, the giant frog things, however you pronounce that damn word. Okay, I've found a level 130 female Beezle Buffalo. There are quite a few around it, so this might be a bit tricky. However, the main obstacle is that diadem right there. Let's just check its level. 145. Right, guys, bring your A game, because this pig has got to die. Far too much health for anyone's good. We're fighting Meganura now. Okay. Just going to build a quick taming trap. And I will cut back when we're ready to get her in it. Oh, wow, that hit. Wasn't actually expecting that. Nice. Come on. Come on. Whoa. Forgot how long those tongues are. Okay. Right, let's stim berry a bit. Okay, with Beezle Bufo, you've got to listen quite closely for that mwah noise, because they... well, my meat's on my dinos. Their awake animation and their... ooh, we've got prime meat, we'll use that. And their unconscious animation are very, very similar. So you've got to sort of keep your eye out and be careful, because the amount of times I've done an extra shot without meaning to and screwed up a tame is quite high. Of course, the other explanation is that I'm just an incompetent, which is, you know, I'm willing to accept. Okay, Beezle Bufo is up, and very cool looking. However, I'm just going to pot her up quickly, because this is clearly the area of the swamp where all of the cool high level lady Beezle Bufo come to hang out, because that is level 130 that just jumped into my 145 that just jumped into my trap. It does not get more perfect. So let's get this one tranked out and tamed up. That was the luckiest thing that's ever happened to me in Ark. I'm going to go back to find my base destroyed by a Giga or something, because that never happens. Wow, there it was, that was the noise. Okay, this one's going to turn out an interesting level, because I don't have any more prime meat. That one turned out really well at like level 194, so I imagine this one will actually end up something fairly similar, but we'll see. I'll bring you back once she's up, and then it's just a male to find. Right, I'm just taming that up. I'm just going to have a quick run around, see if there's anything that will drop prime. Okay, so we went out and killed a couple more stegos and got a bit more prime. So this should come out at a fairly decent level. Okay, tamed up at about 90% effectiveness, came out at level 216. That's pretty nice stats all over. Right, so I'll just get this one podded up as well, and we'll continue our search until we find a male. This area is kind of frog central, so shouldn't take too long, I hope. Dead on. Level 20, let us take revenge on the hell pig for all the indignities that we have suffered. Hanging out near our base, scoping it out. preparing for an attack. Never trust a hell pig. Kana. See if we can take it. Yes, we can. Right, short of a Spino, I don't think there's much in the swamp that can really challenge us at this point. Oh my god, this is one hell of a melee. This is a Daedon and 4 or 5 X-Raptors, and we just lost a Raptor. We lost the weakest one. I don't even know where to begin with this. And we lost 2 more Raptors, and our Iguanodon is dying. Come on. Okay, that was brutal. Do you remember when I said not too long ago that we can probably handle whatever the swamp throws at us short of a Spino? Yeah, we couldn't handle that. That was just brutal. Oh look, here's our starter thatch hut. Okay. I'm gonna have to breed up more raptors, I suppose. Okay. Well, that will teach me to say things that tempt fate. That won't be. Oh, that's one of mine. Ha! I've got 1 living raptor left. 1 surviving raptor. Okay. Well, that's a bit of good news, and he found us, so that's nice. Right. This is the 1 raptor that survived from my previous pack, and I think that's earned him a name. So I'm going to call him Lucky. Ooh, we got twins. Okay, so we're back in the swamp with the new and improved pack. They're all grown up now. I've got to make saddles for all of them. Their imprints came out kind of variable, like I think the lowest one was 50 and the highest one was 100, just because raising 4 raptors at a time, it's takes a lot of work. Okay, I just thought I'd bring you guys back because I found this cool underwater cave bit thingy. I've never actually seen this before, which is really funky. I really wish I had a Diplocaulus so I could explore it properly, but it looks really awesome. Let's get up for air. So it looks like it's a really deep bit of water that connects to a few different bits. I don't know how far it goes. So what I'm going to do is mark the position for this on the map, and once I've got a Diplocaulus tamed up, or scuba gear, one of the two, I'll come back and explore it properly. But this looks like it'd be a really funky location for like a base or something, like using the tech underwater stuff. Oh yeah, the location of this pool, for anyone that's wondering, is like 71 by 64-ish, 63, 64. Okay, so we have inadvertently entered Bloodstalker territory, so we are going to run far away as fast as possible. And pray that we manage to get out. I think there's 3 of them up there, or something like that, which is why I keep getting grabbed off my mount. Yeah. Oh, level 140. I don't have any blood packs. Yeah, that wasn't good. Let's just run away. Let's run all of the away. Okay. Let's see if we get out of this alive. No, no, we're dead. Ooh, we survived that landing. Oh, we barely survived that one. Okay, this got really tense. I'm kind of crouched over my keyboard, like crawling so badly. Run away, run away. Okay, yeah, that I think should be far enough. So, oh, there's a Spino up there. Whatever, it's not a Bloodstalker. So for those who don't know, Bloodstalkers are one of the... What the hell was that? One of the coolest animals in the Genesis expansion. They're really funky, and they can snare you off a mount from quite some distance away. Okay, so after roughly an hour's worth of searching, we found a high-level male Beazle Buffo. Finally, I'm gonna just build a taming trap over here, get him tamed up, and then we'll take him back to base. That's the theory, anyway. Okay, he doesn't seem overly interested in actually getting in the trap. But if he just wants to hang out there, that's fine. I can deal with that as well. Just keep moving around in circles to avoid these ants. Okay, he is unconscious. I'm gonna go get my animals. Right, so our trap didn't work this time, which leaves us in a slightly more precarious situation. But we will attempt to roll with it, and just hope nothing unpleasant rolls wrong. Just check and see if I've got any prime on any of these guys. With them not being in a trap, I don't want to leave him for too long unattended. Okay, so this guy is about 1 feed away from getting up. His tame effectiveness came out about 97%, and he'll gain 70 levels. There we go. So his stats came out pretty decent. That's not too bad. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cryopod him, and we'll get him back to base safely, and we will teleport to the north and take the quick route rather than risking Bloodstalkers and other assorted nastiness again. Right, so I'm recording this outro about 24 hours after our second video went live, and we've picked up 2 new subscribers, so a huge thank you to those guys, whoever you are, and I hope that you enjoy your stay here with us. Just before I get on with the roundup, I've had to make some editing decisions when it came to this video, because obviously we've done quite a lot today, and when I put in everything into the video that I wanted to have in the video, it came out to about 40 minutes, which is way too long. So I've had to cut out some stuff, particularly around the breeding, just to streamline the entire process. Sorry about that, and hopefully I might be able to do a full video on breeding at some point. Okay, so let's get on with the roundup. So obviously we've lost 3 raptors today, and rather than giving each and every one an individual gravestone, because they didn't have names anyway, I've set up a gravestone for the unnamed raptor, which I will keep a running tally of all those unfortunate souls I accidentally kill. I've also realised, going over the footage, that my hatred of Daedons has gotten a little bit out of control, and may have been a contributory factor in the death of the raptors, and I'm going to try and scale that back a bit, because I think I had about 15 fights with Daedons, just killing as many of them as I could find throughout the course of recording this episode. So, on to the good stuff, however. We've bred up a new pack of raptors. There they are, all nice and identical, weirdly, apart from Lucky, who earned his name by being the only one that survived the massacre. We've tamed 3 Beazle Bufo. Here they are. We've got the male there who was really good level, and then the 2 high level females. We're probably not going to use this one for breeding. We might just use this one as an early mount, and then this one and this one will be our primary breeding pair. We also got a breeding pair of iguanodons here and here, and we bred up a daughter to use as a mount around the bog out of them, and here she is, and she is beautiful. So I've got quite a bit of work to be getting on with before the next episode. I need to build a breeding pen for these things, and I want to get started on a building project in the ocean biome, some of which I'll be doing on camera because I've got an interesting idea for how to do it. So we'll get on with that. So I'd just like to say a huge thank you to everyone who has liked and subscribed and watched our video so far, and if at any point you have liked this video or enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit the like button or subscribe or ring the bell for notifications. I've been Lunchalot. It's been a very busy couple of days for me, and I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on Sunday. Ooh, just a note on Sunday's video. Because Sunday and Monday are back to back, rather than doing a full video on Sunday, what I'm going to do is just a short 10-minute sort of skit video. Could be on various different topics. This week I've gone with a blooper reel, so stay tuned for that, of all the bloopers and outtakes from the from our first week, which I think comes out about 10 minutes or something like that. So, thank you very much for watching. I've been Lunchalot, you've been a fantastic audience, and I will see you again on Sunday. Have a great day. Bye.